open!
Yes, sir!
Lastimosa, another three. Jerome Lastimosa, three!
Oh, go! Triple for Jerome Lastimosa!
Melesio all day to shoot, gets it to go! Lasal is off and running, Melesio behind the back pass again! Justin Baltasar brings that baby home! Cani against Desiderio, the bang in the bucket! They swing it to Comboy, who's had the hot hand, still finds a way, fading away on one leg. Ildefonso will drive right. That's all muscle. Changes direction. Twice he does that. Navigates through Pasay traffic. A double-double performance for Philip Manalang. Straightaway jumper. Nothing but sweet string music. Manzo with a steal! All the way! That's one out of the back. Highlight, the University of the Philippines after 32 years! CJ for three! Are you kidding me? Subido with a crossover. Subido for three! Renzo Subido! Ravenna leaves it for Edge. Oh! Here's Matt, the 30. Highlight coming. Two-hand slam. Dominance and the excellence of the Ateneo de Manila Blue Eagles continues. We are once again saying hello from the beautiful city of Pasay as we return to the Mall of Asia Arena to continue our Rivalry Sunday. And when we talk about rivalries, we're not only referring to Ateneo and LaSalle because in our third and final game for today, we will have two of the winningest teams in the history of the UAAP as the 18-time champions. University of Santo Tomas Growling Tigers take on a team, the winningest team in the history of the league with 20 UAAP men's basketball crowns, the Far Eastern University Tamaraos, here in our live and exclusive ABS-CBN sports coverage of UAAP Seasons 82 that you are watching live on SND, Liga, sports.abs-cbn.com from all over the world via the Filipino channel and of course via the I Want app as well. Mabuhay Pilipinas, I am Anton Rojas and breaking the game down with me is Blue Eagle legend and former UAAP champion Kirk Long, and later on we will hear from our courtside reporters representing UST. We have Makaila Chavez and of course para naman sa panig ng FEU, makakapanayam natin si Mariz Domingo. We're very excited to hear the updates from the girls at courtside. But Kirk, you know about the history of the UAAP and the history of these two teams. Every time the Tamaraos and the Growling Tigers go at it, it's always a good matchup.
Oh, always. The first time I ever watched UAAP was the year the UST Growling Tigers won, and they've had some great teams, and so has FEU. Great individuals, but also collectively great championship teams in the past too.
And not only is this a very exciting rivalry matchup, this is also a very important matchup for both these teams as we take a look at where they stand in the team standings.
Yeah, both they're right in the middle. UST wants to win, they want to stay and try to get that twice to beat advantage potentially in the Final Four. FEU, they're fighting for a Final Four spot now, but not a whole lot separates FEU in terms of the teams right below them or in teams Green Archers, Growling Tigers right above them. So still anybody's ball game here early in the second round of the UAAP.
UST had a very impressive first round, winning 4 games, losing 3, and one of their victories was against the FEU Tamaraos last September 22. Solomon Chabio, the leading MVP candidate in the tournament, tallied a 21-point, 15-rebound, and 1-assist performance in that matchup.
Yeah, most definitely Chabio's been the man that's been leading them, but the whole team comes out with a lot of energy. They had a great first round and started off hot here in the second round as well.
LJ Gonzalez also had a very impressive performance for FEU as he continues to strengthen the trust that has been instilled with him by their head coach Olsen Racela as they try to get the victory against UST today. But UST in their last game made a huge statement. Coming into this game against the UE Red Warriors, they had lost back-to-back outings. So they came back in a big way, tallying 101 points, the highest points tallied by any team here in Season 82.
Yeah, and what's most impressive is, you know, they're a deep team. They played a lot of guys. They got out in transition, as we see the highlights there. They made 14 three-point shots against UE, who struggles to guard the perimeter, and that's one thing that the Tamaraws will have to try to do well today is, you know, you just look at the three-point field goal percentage. They're not afraid to put up the long ball. They shot 42 three-point shots last game, so you do have to get your defense stretched out and guard the perimeter. But in other areas too, they force turnovers. They get points on turnover points, and they love to get the rebound and see what they can find in transition too. So definitely a Growling Tigers team that can hurt you in a lot of areas.
And you were saying how UST is a team that loves the long ball, but prior to that game, Zach Wang, the co-captain of this Growling Tiger squad, only took 7 attempts from beyond the arc and made 3. But in that last game against UE, Zach Wang shot 6 out of 8 from beyond the arc, tallying a career-high 22 points. The unpredictability of this UST team continues here in the UAAP.
Yeah, that was a huge day for Wang. He's such a great defender, but he just shot lights out. Once he saw that first one go through the net, you could tell his teammates and his coaches just had the confidence to just keep feeding him the ball, and he just has a quick release. He let it fly and found the bottom of the net 6 times from beyond the arc.
Now, while the spotlight was on Zach Wang in their last game because of that huge career-high 22-point performance, Michaela Chavez had a chance to speak with him, and Zach Wang was trying to deflect the attention to him and just praise the entire UST team for what they did, scoring 100 points in that big win against UE.
Well, gentlemen, after finishing the last game with a statement win, the UST Growling Tigers immediately lauded Zachary Wang's big contribution. With his last playing year here in the UAAP, he has no other wish but for España to get what they rightfully deserve. Now, according to him, the key to outscoring the UE Red Warriors in the last game was playing on unselfish basketball, just pure teamwork. Now, Coach Alvin Ayo pointed out that the said veteran serves as a good example to the whole pack, explaining that Zachary was able to execute well because he was physically and mentally present on the floor. He uttered lahat ng nakakalaro ng maayos, unconscious yang mga yan, unaware of the distractions, at talagang focus nga naman. He also added that the boys must be grateful for the earned triumph, as he firmly said, this match may look easy for some, but it is not. Now, the UST Growling Tigers cannot afford to lose in today's anticipated tough match, so expect them to give their all. That's all for now. Back to you, Anton and Kurt.
Kyla, it was in 2006 when UST last won a championship in the UAAP, and as you were explaining to us, that's what Zach Wang and the team want to achieve this year. That was the game that you watched when you first checked out the UAAP, Kirk, and definitely that's something that they want to bring back to España.
Yeah, they have a great fan base, and they have a coach who knows how to get there and win as well. And so definitely that would be their insight goal, but it starts with a win today against the Tamaraws.
And the Tamaraws will surely try to pick up another victory after losing in their last game against NU. It was a tough loss in overtime for the squad of Coach Olsen Racela.
Yeah, Coach Olsen's guys did a great job fighting back against the Bulldogs, who had, I believe, an 18-point lead in the second half. And so it really shows you that the Tamaraws can score in bunches. They have the offensive firepower to make these big runs. Just still trying to find that consistency. We've seen them play super well and knock off some of the Final Four teams. And these 2 losses that they've had to the Bulldogs this year are definitely things that they'll look back at the end of the season if they don't reach their final goals, and just, you know, were heartbreak losses for them to come all the way back, tie it, then lose in overtime. And they shot fine from field goal percentage, but from the 3, not quite what you want. 7 makes with 33 attempts. Free throws could have been easily a game maker if they had knocked a few of those down. And 22 turnover points is is one thing that you're positive with. They can get steals, they can score that way. That's how they got back in the game. But definitely some ways that they still want to improve here in the second round.
Kevin Barkley Ebonia, once again top scored for the FEU Tamaraos in the loss, tallying his second double-double of the season, 15 points and 12 rebounds. But really, it's the consistency that FEU is looking for, because as you were explaining in that game, NU led by 15 at the half. They fought back in the fourth quarter. Led by 15 at the end of 3 quarters, came back in the fourth quarter, but in overtime, they were just outscored and they lost that game.
Yeah, definitely tough. Just lost a little bit of that energy, and that when they had to come back from 18, they didn't quite have the legs still to do it in overtime. But Barkley Abona has shown us all season he's capable of putting up some of these bigger numbers, and if he stays consistent there and his teammates rise to that occasion with him, they're definitely a team that can give you quite a test.
And that's the thing about FEU. You never know when they are going to rise to the occasion, and they may just do that against UST today. But let's go now to Maurice Domingo, who will tell us about what Coach Olsen Rosella imparted to his players coming into this big-time matchup.
We were not expecting, but we were looking for that 1-point lead. Anton and Kirk, yun ang sinabi ni Coach Olsen Rosella sa mga players pagkatapos nilang matalo sa overtime sa kanilang huling laro. With that, the NU Bulldogs once again defeated the Tamaraos, but unlike what happened in the first round, the Tamaraos battled side by side. And of course, they had the chance to win in the end game, especially when they redeemed themselves in the second half, which is a positive side according to Coach Olsen Rosella. He saw how the players showed up, especially in the last quarter, but he reminded the team that they should have done it in the first quarter for them to prevent themselves from trailing. Regardless, the team said that all of their games against NU are worth remembering and will be their motivation in the next games. Now in today's game and in the next matchups against all of the teams, Coach Olsen told them that every game is a do or die game. And also, senior player Barkley Abonia asked his co-players 3 things. That is, fire and eagerness to charge aggressively, at syempre ang samahan para manalo ang team ng sama-sama. Back to you, gentlemen.
Tignan natin kung gagawin yan ng FEU. Maris, kasi sayang nga yung hinabol nila, Kirk. I mean, in the fourth quarter, they outscored NU 24-9 to force overtime. But like Maurice was explaining, Coach Olsen was hoping that they did that at the start of the game.
Yeah, most definitely. You can't take any quarters off or let your guard down just a little bit in these UAAP games. NU was able to capitalize on FEU's slow start, and that will be another key thing, that they get a fast start here today with the Growling Tigers, who like to come out and push the tempo and not fall into a big hole again.
Well, speaking of pushing the tempo, our featured matchup, these guards like to dictate the tempo. Mark Nonoy, the rookie, and the graduating Wendell Comboy. This is a battle between the future and the present.
Yeah, most definitely. We'll have to see how that experience plays in for Comboy, because Mark Nonoy has come into the league with no fear, sort of a reckless abandon, yet he has the athleticism and the strength to control a lot of that recklessness, and he can do a lot of damage. Their numbers both averaging double-digit points, shoot the 3-ball, rebound, assist, create for their teammates. So great duo, great matchup here for us today.
Kirk, another player who has been doing a lot of damage in the UAAP is the MVP leader, Solomon Shabio. Kirk, how impressed are you by the performance of this first-year player in the UAAP?
Yeah, he just has some great athleticism. His second jump is so much quicker than any guys that I've really seen play in the UAAP. But he does also fit into the chemistry of this UST team so well, and he has great teamwork. I remember Sabito lobbing it up to him on a backdoor for the slam last game, and he's that team player, and he brings everybody else's level up with him. So great numbers, and he's going to keep doing great things.
Another exciting player on the other side, talking about FEU, is another point guard, and that's Royce Alforque, a player who also came from the Baby Tamaraos basketball program, and he came up with a career-high 11 points in the loss against the Bulldogs.
Yeah, and that was big, in a game where some of the more regular scorers were struggling shooting the ball. He came in and gave Coach Rosales a great lift off the bench, very efficient didn't just worry about scoring the ball. He also boxed out, rebound, got his teammates involved. So he could be another key factor in them continuing to make a further run here in the second round.
And Alforque is a winner, having been part of the FEU Diliman Baby Tamarao squad that won the UAAP championship in high school back in UAAP season 79. And when we come back, we shall begin this matchup between UST and FEU as Rivalry Sunday continues here at the Mall of Asia Arena. You're watching our live and exclusive ABS-CBN Sports coverage of UAAP Season 82, all for more. We are live from the Mall of Asia Arena here in Pasay City as we take a look at the starting lineups for both UST and FEU. Kirk, anything interesting that you are noticing here with these lineups that Coach Alden and Coach Olsen have put out?
You know, both, especially Coach Alden has a deep bench, so he's sticking with some regular names. You know, both these teams have guys who can come off the bench and still score. But no, not too many surprises here in the starting lineups, but yeah, should be ready to go for both teams. Just some veterans in there, some young guys, and should be a good matchup, just like last time out.
You're right about that, Kirk, because all the players from the side of Coach Alden Ayo have started. Some of them have been in and out of the starting lineup. A regular starter, CJ Cancino, who is recovering from that ACL surgery but has played in every game here in this UAAP season, will come off the bench once again as we take a look at the three referees who will man the floor here at the Mall of Asia Arena in Pasay City.
Yeah, Cancino is one of those guys when he gets back to 100% health, like he was prior to his injury last year. He can definitely put up big numbers and be an X factor in some big games, but you know, he's still somewhat finding his rhythm here in UAP.
And that's the toughest part for a player who is recovering from an injury like that. It's finding the rhythm. Speaking of finding the rhythm, Stockton trying to get Chuente going right away, but they could not complete that alley-oop play. Renza Bando trigger happy at the start of this game. Shot was to the right. It is FEU basketball.
Yeah, these teams are not shy. They will take those risks for the alley-oop. They'll transition three-point shots. They have the green light.
And I like the word that you used, Kirk, risks, because that is the style of both these teams, especially UST.
Yeah, they shot 42 three-point shots last game, so they're not shy to put it up. Although most of their three-point shots won't come in transition, but offset plays like we're seeing here.
Chavio missing on that jumper. Here's LJ Gonzalez. Oh, Chavio is the one in front of LJ here. Let's see what LJ will do. LJ Chabio is still in front of him. LJ will shoot over him. And Gonzalez with a gutsy shot to knock it down.
Yeah, good recognition by Gonzalez. Just framing him up, trying to see how much space Chabio was going to give him, and he saw it was enough for the jump shot and knocks it down.
Subido lets it fly. Short, Ebonia comes up with a rebound. Gonzalez. The double team comes. Ebonia makes his move. And he is able to draw a foul.
Good recognition right away by Gonzalez. He saw that. Chabio, Subido both stayed with him after coming off the screen, so he gave it up to Ebonia. And good job driving hard to the paint, drawing the foul.
I also like to take note that Cyrus Torres is starting again in this game for FEU. He had that one breakout game wherein he shot the lights out and top scored for this Tamarao squad. Let's see if he can wax hot again, because they need to try to match the shooting of UST. Speaking of shooting, FEU continues to take some long-range shots here at the start of this game.
Yeah, they came out, they scored most of their points against NU with points in the paint. Not saying that they don't have the options, the guys that can knock it down from long range, but that was their strength, and their comeback win was getting steals, transition points in the paint, offensive rebounds in the paint, where NU led in that category and was able to get a lot of threes up in that game and other perimeter points just inside the three-point arc. So we'll see how that defensively plays out for the Tamaraos to see if that UST will continue to be able to get those long-range shots to fall as well.
Abando gets it into Brent Paraiso. 8 on the shot clock. Paraiso finds Abando, shoots from the corner. And Renz Abando really, if he sees a glimpse of daylight, he's going to let that basketball fly.
Most definitely, and FEU was in a zone that time, so those, with that ball movement, that shot will continue to stay available, but I'm sure Coach Aldo will also want him to put his athletic long arm body up, put that ball on the floor and attack the rim at some point as well.
Gonzalez working against Subido. Cyrus Torres had that 21-point game against Adamson. Torres in and out on that shot. Chabio comes up with a board.
Yeah, getting some good attempts here. It's not falling for the teams yet, but their will to drive and attack offensively is definitely there.
Abando. Paraiso gets it to Subido. And Abando again. So that's the third miss from beyond the arc by Renz Abando. Gonzalez. Chuente snatches the ball away from Batalier, and Paraiso comes up with it. And Subido had to step on the brakes. Look at Coach Aldin Ayo and try to change things up because UST hasn't gotten on the board yet. Abando to Chabio. Same spot, different result for Solimane. And finally, UST scores. Manulife Vision Player of the Game right there. Renz Abando finding Chabio.
And that was a look that they were doing pre-warm-ups. UST was out here early getting shots up, and Chabio got a lot of those attempts from that spot. So definitely something that the Growling Tigers are looking for, him picking and then popping.
Meanwhile, Stockton turning, firing, and scoring. A Jollibee 100%, the amazing move of the quarter.
And that's what you have to be aware of when you're playing this Tamarao team. It doesn't matter who has the ball in their hands. All of them will look to attack, not be shy, and go towards the basket.
Paraiso, Abando again. Finally, Renz Abando knocks it down. A Vivo V17 shoot beyond limits.
And that's great confidence on his part, and that's trust that his coach has in him to just keep firing away, knowing that, hey, we practice this, you get your reps in throughout the week in practice, and it's eventually going to fall.
Ebonia knew that that shot was strong, chasing down his shot. And UST will have some substitutions here as we take a look at this hit by Renz Abando, this was the 4th attempt from beyond the arc, Kirk.
Yeah, that, 1 for 4, 25% now, but now he's seeing one fall through the hoop, and once they get that rhythm and starting, then they can be a scary team from three-point land.
Hubert Canny and Wendell Comboy have come onto the floor for FEU. So this is a speedy lineup now, sent in by Coach Olsen, Racela, Comboy, along with Gonzalez and Canny.
And to match it, we have Noy on the other side, who we know is a speedster as well. So there they are chasing each other like they're playing tag.
Paraiso too strong on that shot. Gonzalez against Nonoy. Gonzalez attacking the defense. Paraiso deflecting that pass. Paraiso all the way.
Great body control.
Yellow cap end-to-end play of the game by Brent Paraiso as we have crossed the Gatorade hydration checkpoint. Comboy steps back, shoots it short. Cancino comes up with a rebound. Cancino, wild pass to Chabio. Nowhere to go, saved it, and the ball went to the wrong man. Hubert Canny. Everything but the shot on that play, and Nonoy chases down the loose ball. Nonoy to Paraiso. Back to Nonoy. Shoots from the corner. Mark Nonoy does not get the lucky bounce. The ball is loose and Chabio picks it up. Nonoy is not stepping on the brakes. He throws it out to Cancino. Cross-court pass. Paraiso for 3. Short. And Canny secures the basketball.
Ooh, we got to take a breath here.
Oh man, the pace is just insane in this matchup between the Growling Tigers and the Tamaraos. And Chuente called for a foul there as Paraiso hit the deck. All right, we have a ceasefire as UST leads FEU 7-4 with 4 minutes and 2 seconds remaining in the first. We're back here inside the Mall of Asia Arena in Pasay City, where FEU and UST are running up and down the court, and my partner here, Kirk Dahl, was noticing the signals that the coaches were giving to the players.
Yeah, they both had the same signals. One coach was yelling, run down on defense. The other was signaling the same movement, but sprint down on offense.
And a fudgy bar, bar sasaya moment right there. It's been a fun and fast matchup between UST and FEU. And Alforque, coming off that career-high 11-point performance, is in the game.
And so is Wong, who hit 6 3-pointers, and we'll see if he can remain hot as well from deep.
Pass to the baseline. And the shot will trickle in. Basket is good right there for Ando. That's his first field goal of the contest.
And that's a 3 or 4 passes on offense. UST executing well. And you get a wide open 12-foot jump shot because of the good pick and roll and recognition from Wong to find the open man.
Canny throws it out. Tuffin fakes, gives it back to Hubert. Hubert just in time. Pure gold, always panalo move. FEU very patient on that last offensive sequence.
Yeah, definitely a lot of drive and kick action going on, so you can't fall asleep if you're the Growling Tigers. Just in a split second, they can get going.
Ando handing it off to Nonoy. Cancino, 2 on the shot clock. Wang has to let this one go, and the Growling Tigers run out of time.
Coach Rosella was asking for one stop, and he got it. Great job by the Tamarack just to get in the passing lanes and take away any of those driving cuts as well.
Yenes is now in the game, so both foreign student athletes, Chabio and Chuente, will take a breather. And we see the foot of Hubert Cani clearly on the line there, so that's a very long 2 for the FEU Tamaraws. FEU with a 4-5 record, UST with a 5-4 win-loss card. They're currently number 3 in the team standings. They want to stay in that position.
Yeah, they want to stay in that position for today at least.
Yep. As Comboy turns and fires, converts, cuts the UST lead to 1 with that master play of the game. We still have 2 minutes and 29 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Just 1 point separating the 2 proud universities, UST and FEU.
Yeah, and what I was about to say earlier is UST wants to stay in that position today, but they are breathing also down the Maroons' back, so they would like to move up in the standings.
Video coaches winning ways, you see how animated and the feeling of this being a game wherein the sense of urgency has to be at its highest for Coach Olsen Rosella and his players. Wang. Ball stolen away by Wendell Comboy.
Yeah, great defense by Comboy on that possession. One-on-one isolation for Wong, but Comboy able to stay in front of him.
Cani steps back. Multiple moves by Hubert. Cancino comes up with a rebound. Meanwhile, Concepcion fires straight away, too strong. Alforque steps on the brakes. Tuffin, quick trigger, and Tuffin will stroke that triple.
Yeah, he has a great stroke for his size, and he can hurt you from a lot of areas on the court, no matter where he is behind that three-point line. Great release there. So FEU showing that they can hit from deep as well.
Tuffin, a 35.3% three-point shooter. Cancino grabs his own miss. Cancino will head to the line for 2.
Number 20, Ken Tuffin, that's his first personal team foul, number
Let's take a look at this McDonald's instant replay right here. As soon as Kenneth Tuffin received that basketball, he let it go.
Yeah, just quick release there for him. His shot starts high, and great follow through. And FEU now finds themselves back on top, 11-9.
Coach Alden Ayo, two-time champion coach at the collegiate level with Letran and LaSalle, trying to deliver the championship back to España here in his second season as the head coach. Alforque. Wow! Royce Alforque got Mark Nonoy lost on that play.
Definitely, Mark Noynoy gambled, tried to go for the steal. Alforque took 2 more dribbles right to the three-point line, let it fly. So back-to-back threes by the Tamaraus. And Alforque coming off a big game where he scored in double digits. So you see right there, nice behind-the-back move, gets his balance settled. And one thing, you gamble against this Tamaraus team, they have the playmakers to make you pay.
Interesting matchup right here, Nonoy and Alforque. Comboy, too strong. And Cancino, who is always tracking down rebounds, almost gets to it. Canny with a counter steal. Bienes could not convert. Concepcion tracks down the rebound.
And great delivery by Canny to, you know, he got the defense up in the air first. Nice drop pass, just unable to finish.
Now Bienes is trying to defend as Concepcion could not complete that alley-oop play with that Ando pass.
Substitution for the UST Growling Tigers, Nat Cuseo.
UST has not scored a field goal in the last 3 minutes and 30 seconds, Kirk.
Yeah, they have come silent. That's the thing, though, when you get those quick shots, you know, you can get out of your rhythm for a while, and that can definitely hurt you. But what they have to focus on is keep getting these defensive stops, try to get in transition and get some easier baskets on the fast breaks.
Speaking of an easy basket, Nonoy wide open for that shot. And FEU got lucky that Nonoy could not knock it down.
Yeah, they're not on fire yet. They will keep shooting the 3-ball. We'll see if they can up the tempo, knock some down.
Far Eastern University leads USD 14-10 at the end of 1. We're back here under the bright lights of the Mall of Asia Arena in Pasay City for our live and exclusive ABS-CBN sports coverage of UAAP Season 82. FEU currently leads UST 14-10 as we are ready to begin the second quarter of this exciting matchup.
Yeah, the Tamaraus finished that first quarter on a 10-1 run, and so down a little bit early, but came storming back. And UST now with Chabio back in and Wong firing. We'll see if they can reclaim the lead.
Stockton stepped on the baseline as he jumped up to save that basketball. 7-0 run to be exact. And we are looking at the reasons why Solomon Chabio is the leading MVP candidate here in Season 82. Wang, wow! So the touch is still there for Zach Wang.
Yeah, it just translated from the Big Dome and Cabal now here at Mall of Asia in Pasay.
There's something about that Black Panther-inspired mask that Stockton is wearing. A Jollibee 100% amazing move of the quarter, hanging in the air and knocking it down. Bordeos is now in the game for the first time for UST, loses control as Tuffin was D'ing him up.
Yeah, now FEU will only have to play defense for 4 seconds. We'll see what UST can muster up, what play they have from the sideline to get a shot off.
You see the tough defense by Tuffin. on that McDonald's instant replay. Now they get the ball underneath. Cosejo flipping it up. Ebonia coming up with the rebound as Gonzalez has it right now. Stockton. Double team comes. Comboy looking for Ebonia underneath. Throws it out. LJ Gonzalez for 3. And an offensive rebound by the Tamaraos. Comboy lets it go. And UST could not secure the basketball.
Or CJ Gancino.
Yeah, just those extra effort. Getting these second chance opportunities will be big for the Tamaraos. Lost in some of those categories last game to NU, so definitely making a difference here against UST.
Stockton throws it out to Torres. Torres to Tuffin. Tuffin, long ball. And Ebonia really working extra hard to try to prevent Chapio from gobbling up those rebounds.
Yeah, not an easy guy to be matched up with for Ebonia, but definitely doing a good job matching his physicality and even his vertical jump, getting up there to meet that rebound.
Bordeos steps back, shoots a long jumper. Ebonia, we were just talking about how Ebonia is trying to match the physicality, the jump, and everything that makes Chapio a great rebounder. But FEU as a collective unit just out hustling UST on the offensive boards.
Yeah, the energy that they've had defensively and offensively on those putbacks has been great so far for Coach Rosella's team.
Chapio, 6 on the shot clock. Tuffin pokes the ball away. Ebonia. Torres, Cyrus for 3. And Chapio rises higher than everybody for that rebound. Bordeos against Gonzalez. Wang against Torres. Wang double teamed. And the ball will stay with UST.
For the UST Growling Tigers.
I think you have to give a lot of credit to this FEU defense. The Growling Tigers have missed some open looks, but for the most part, they've been slowed down just by the intensity and the help side defense that the Tamaraos have been able to give every time the Growling Tigers try to attack the paint.
Chapio, 8 on the shot clock. Chapio, fade away, short. Chapio grabs his own miss, puts it up and in.
And that's one way that Chapio can really hurt you. He might miss the first one, but don't let him grab the rebound.
Yamaha Mio #1 move by Solomon Chapio, and that's why Chuente is ready to come back in this game. Stockton wants a clear out. Stockton with a crossover. Stockton with a finish. What a Flakes kakaibang move.
Yeah, great individual move. Set him up with a crossover. Nicely knew he had the quickness advantage there.
Chapio. Torres preventing Paraiso from getting that basketball. Bordeos has to shoot. Decides to pass. And FEU steals it away.
Yeah, another great defensive possession for the Tamaraos.
Torres overshoots that one, and Ebonia takes it away from Chapio. The effort of FEU is just through the roof at this point of the game.
Yeah, that is just a lot of heart as we see the replay here. Great crossover, hang time, and a soft delivery off the backboard.
Yenes is back in, as is Chuente for FEU. Oh, stepping on the sideline there was Bienes.
Yeah, you got to take advantage. You're playing great defense. You got some momentum. These little mistakes will be costly for the Tamaraos right now. If you can't try to keep jumping and building on this lead with this momentum that you have.
Subido. Paraiso. fadeaway jumper does not fall for Quahao. And Gonzalez will speed up and score. LJ Gonzalez just kamikaze Subido on that drive.
Yeah, he was a man on a mission. He saw Subido guarding him from the opposite side of the court and just put his head down here and said, I'm going to the basket. And that's just a great grown man strength, taking some contact, almost initiating the contact, but then being able to finish the play after.
And look at this, Kirk, an 18-6 run by FEU. The Tamaraos have been charging as of late.
And they can't slow down at all, Anton. And this UST team is able to put up the points, scoring 100 points last game. So take advantage of this momentum and try to build this lead as much as you can.
And even Chuente charging from the three-point line.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like one thing to be good on defense, but try to get quality shots at the same time on the other end. I don't know if a floater by him is exactly what the Tamaraos are looking for.
Wow. Gets the ball down low. Batalier shoots over Chuente. As we have crossed the Gatorade hydration checkpoint, Subido bounce pass on the inside. Chuente with a block. Subido for three. Batalier. And Stockton hit the deck.
I will have to see exactly how that contact went out, but I think Batalier just being a little bit too aggressive, trying to attack the boards after Subido's three-point shot right here. And maybe sold a little bit, but definitely some contact leaning into Stockton as he went for that rebound.
We have a timeout. FEU leads UST 22-15. Four minutes and 50 seconds. That is the time remaining here in the first half of this matchup between FEU and UST. Kurt, is it just the inability of UST to knock it down from the outside as at this point as to why FEU is up, or what are the other reasons that you see FEU being in front by this much?
I mean, UST's missed some open jumpers, but most of their jump shots, most of their points have all been contested. I mean, we've seen block shots in the last possession when they try to drive in, and you know, UST has then settled for some further jump shots because that driving lane's not open. So I think you just got to give the Tamaraos a lot of credit defensively right now at this point.
And the offense has been clicking as well for FEU, even Torres knocking down a fadeaway jumper.
I mean, this Growling Tigers offense is averaging more points than anyone else in the league up to this point. So I think the Tamaraos really came out on a mission to just try to slow them down, and they're doing that with good individual one-on-one defense and help side defense as well when these Growling Tigers decide to cut and drive to the basket.
Subido, that's a tough move right there. And look at that, Bienes boxing out Chabio. And Gonzalez not stopping. Bienes, the extra pass to Stockton. Bienes gets it back. Long-range bomb does not work. And Abando tracks down the loose ball. He is back in this game.
Yeah, Abando is one who can slash and really create a lot offensively, so I'd expect him to have possession of the ball here some in the next few minutes if I'm Coach Alden, and seeing what he can create for this offense that's struggling to score points.
Paraiso. And that's UST's game. If they can hit from the outside, things will happen for the Growling Tigers as you see that PS Bank will assist in the game. PS Bank personal loan na maasahan apply online, no collateral. Time check, 3 minutes and 23 seconds remaining here in the first half. FEU calling a timeout after a triple by Paraiso. So 24-18 is our tally, but the numbers of UST from beyond the arc, just 3 out of 18.
Yeah, not a great high percentage, but as far as I can tell, they're not going to stop firing that outside shot. So if you're FEU, you just got to keep containing them and do your best to get your hand up.
Oh! Chabio denying that two-handed slam by Chuente. Just when you thought the play was executed to perfection, Chabio with a rejection.
Yeah, it was a great feed. Thought you had some open space there, but Chabio showing he can do some help side defense himself.
And Chabio almost going from defense to offense. It's a wrestling match for the basketball between a heavyweight and the featherweight. Look at this right here. No, sir, not today.
Yeah, that's above the rim right there. Great job by Chabio to recognize that and get up there quick enough to stop the easy 2 points.
That right there, Kirk, is why at this point FEU is still in front, because they have been hustling, their effort has been through the roof, and they don't care if they go up against an MVP caliber player.
Yeah, most definitely. They've shown a lot of intensity. They've been the team that's wanted it more so far here to start this game, and so we'll see how UST is able to respond to this initial run by the Tamaraus. You see the replay here. Chabio had his hands on the ball some too, but that extra movement there at the end was a little bit aggressive. So ref officials deciding not to upgrade that to anything. It's just still, it was still a jump ball.
It will be FEU basketball. And Ebonia is calling for some teammates because Subido and Chabio were denying Alforque the basketball. Gomboy shoots a 3. Shot was to the left, and Chuente could not save it.
Yeah, if you're the Tamaraos too, you don't want to fall in love with that three-point shot too much. It was working earlier to take it to the rim.
UP head coach Bo Parasol and his assistant Ricky Dandan doing their homework here today.
Most definitely. They know this UST Growling Tigers team is right behind them, trying to steal a twice-to-beat advantage if that's what it goes to. And the Tamaraos with a win today would be not far behind them either. So two of the teams trying to chase the Fighting Maroons.
Meanwhile, Brent Paraiso confident with his stroke. Another triple for him. What a game. What a matchup. UST and FEU. Alforte. Inside pass. Chuente. Oh, he rushed that shot because he knew Chabio was in the vicinity. Oh, double dribble on Ebonia.
Yeah, even Ebonia getting that offensive rebound deep. Most of the time you would see him try to go back up with it, but surrounded by white shirts, wisely came out and just double dribbled that ball a little too much.
Tuffin
is going to return to this game. FEU was up by 9 points, 24-15. UST on a 6-0 run.
And the bench players of UST, they can continue to send waves of fresh players at you. Guys get large minutes of rest, and that allows UST to really be a scary team late in the second half as well.
Paraiso. Nonoy. Gonzalez is in front of him. Nonoy with a crossover. Chabio fakes, shoots. Ball bouncing off the rim. Chabio almost getting to it, but Gonzalez tracks it down. Alforque. To Gonzalez. Comboy. And we have a foul away from the ball.
Pushing foul, number 8.
Ooh, offensive foul.
Offensive foul,
Nevertheless, on Ebonia trying to create space.
Ebonia, that's his first.
No reaction there from Bartley Ebonia. He's nodding his head.
And Coach Rosella pointing at his own head saying, be smart. These are possessions we need to make the most of. So just a little bit of push in the back against Chabio.
Concepcion stepping back for 3. Comboy with a bando in front of him. Alforque drives, lays it up over Chabio. Smart play by Royce Alforque.
Yeah, great recognition, and that's a skill you really have to practice. Get that layup lofted up extra high when you see the shot blocker coming from the weak side. So great job by Alforque.
And another foul away from the ball. The level of physicality is slowly going up here in this game.
Definitely, and you know, that's just a testament of how badly the Tamaraos want to get a win here today. And they're on the defensive side of the ball, but they're definitely being aggressive and offensively minded, trying to take away any drives that the Growling Tigers are trying to find.
We're winding down the first half of this intense matchup between UST and FEU. Patalier. Nonoy waiting for the play to develop. Patalier catches, shoots. And whistle was blown again. Comboy cannot believe the call.
Pushing foul at number 21, Wendell Comboy. That's his first.
Yeah, that's tough when you played good defense for 20 seconds. Shot goes up, it's a miss, but you can't secure the rebound. You give your opponents another opportunity to put points up on the board and trim down this lead. And definitely a frustration there for the Tamaraos.
Abando fakes, moves closer. No foul called. The Tamaraos are running. Gonzalez is charging. Could not complete the play. Nonoy has time. He's got speed. He's got Abando who drives, and Abando will score.
That was big. missed opportunity on one end for the Tamaraus, and quickly running up the floor was Noino, who provided this good pass to Abando, who just made a good basketball play with the shot fake, one dribble drive with a floater, and cutting the lead down to 3.
And Kirk, you were just describing earlier how it's only a matter of time before Abando uses his length and drives to the basket. That's exactly what he did to end the first half, but FEU is still in front 26-23.
Nice two-point basket, and so many great players here for this FEU team in terms of just attacking the basket. They're relentless, and they've knocked down some long-range shots today too. So protecting a 3-point lead, and we'll see how they do.
Third quarter is officially underway, and that was the 21st shot attempt from beyond the arc by UST. We're not surprised. That's the game of the Growling Tigers. They will continue to live and die by the long ball.
Yeah, you got to be positive. You're the Growling Tigers. You haven't shot the ball great at all, like you're capable of, yet you still only find yourself down by 3 points, just one possession ball game.
Tuffin. Chuente against Chabio. Sweeping hook does not work for Pat Chuente.
Yeah, that's still a good look for him, something that he's able to knock it down. Any shot from 3 feet away from the basket is always going to be a good look.
Abando rising up for that shot. Stockton slapping the ball away from his hands. Subido has the basketball now. Subido. Soleimane, one dribble, and could not convert. But at least we see Soleimane getting a chance to shoot. Speaking of shooting, Torres takes one. Chuente, Tuffin with the offensive board.
So Tuffin didn't start in the first half, I don't believe, but getting the nod here to start the second and making it worth Coach Rosella's time.
And that is an offensive foul on LJ Gonzalez.
That's the foul, number 13, LJ Gonzalez.
Gonzalez with that strong upper body. Put it to good use a little bit in the first half. That time just pushing off a little bit too much and getting called for it. And you got to be proud of Noinoi for staying up with them. Two speedsters.
Noinoi sizing up the defense, misfiring on that 3. Stockton is running. Stockton runs into a wall. Release pass to LJ Gonzalez, who strokes it from the corner.
LJ Gonzalez, 3.
Vivo V17 shoot beyond the limits.
Yeah, that's a great look. Good job by Stockton. Continues to just pound and pressure the paint. And when the defense collapses, you're going to have open shooters. So good job by Gonzalez. He got his feet ready and knocked that one down.
Abando. Concepcion on the drive. Concepcion with a finish.
I like to see that. You know, that's not settling. Concepcion could have taken that 3-point shot, decided to go to the basket instead.
That was a Jollibee 100% amazing move of the quarter by Sherwin Concepcion. Torres. Stockton. Drives. Chuente blocked by Abando. Another two-handed dunk denied by UST.
Wow, we gotta take a look at that one, as first we'll see Concepcion putting it on the ground, finishing nicely at the rim.
And on this McDonald's instant replay, Renz Abando from behind.
Yeah, so 2 potential dunks here for the Tamaraus today, both being denied, one by Chabio and that one by Abando.
Tuffin for 3. Noinoi skies for that rebound. Chabio He's got that in his arsenal, just in and out on that opportunity.
Yeah, you'd like to see Chabio settle down a little bit for the Growling Tigers. You know, definitely capable of putting up the points today. Just not able to find the mark as much as he would like.
14 seconds on the shot clock.
Gonzalez, 9 points in this contest. FEU still in front, 29-25. Inside pass, Concepcion, short, Chuente comes up with a board. Stockton. Oh, sidestep by Stockton, and Stockton, he's been aggressive today for FEU.
Yeah, even on the last play when Trente was blocked, that was still a great pass by Stockton to feed him the basketball in there. So he's really controlling the offense right now for the Tamaraos, whether he's shooting or delivering the nice passes.
Chabio, baseline jumper is good by Solomane. Manulife Vision player of the game right there. Great find. Tuffin. Stockton again driving against Abando. Stockton flipping it up and in. Alex Stockton with some creativity today. A Yamaha Mio #1 move.
He does not want to be denied, folks. He's just willing his way into the paint, and you know, this Tamaraos defense that was so deadly in the first half, he's finding some holes in it right now.
And Abando, as competitive as he is, wanting to get back at Stockton, launching that long-range bomb, just unable to get it to detonate. 33-27. Stockton, let's see if he will create once more. Stockton throws it out. Torres is free for three. Cyrus could not complete the play. Nonoy using his speed, and Nonoy is able to draw a foul. Look at this move right here by Alex Stockton.
Kicking the leg at the last moment just to make sure he gets that shot off in time before landing on the ground. And then this one, just a crafty move. Plenty of spin on the ball, almost going for the backboard to spin that in, but able to find the bottom of the net.
It's Halloween month, and Stockton channeling his inner Black Panther here at the Mall of Asia Arena in Pasay City. Paraiso blocked by Comboy. And Comboy will be the recipient of this pass from Gonzalez. FEU with a C2 fast break of the game.
Yeah, still composed now are the Growling Tigers, but maybe getting a little antsy. They've tried several different attempts at, you know, just getting good looks and getting confidence against this Tamaraos defense that has just been swarming all day long.
That was one of the longest threes I've seen from Nonoy. Chabio, nobody boxing him out.
Might have been a foul on the previous attempt though, so the basket may not count.
And look at this block here by Comboy. And that play right there, Kurt. The ball was on its way to the hands of Chabio, and then coming from out of nowhere, you see Gonzalez snatching the ball. That's just the effort and the hustle of the Tamaraos on full display today.
So officials having a look here. I believe there was a foul. Maybe they're determining whether it was before or after the shot by Chabio went in. So great defensive possession. UST forced, or FEU forcing UST to get a long shot. Wasn't able to box out though, and the foul happened there by maybe Abando pushing off under the basket. So they're just trying to see whether the basket counted before that happened.
Abando has been somewhat quiet today. It's just 5 points for Renz. He does have 6 rebounds though for UST.
And a pretty big block as well.
Yeah.
So still has his fingers all over the stat sheet, but you know, that point category for all the Growling Tigers at this point, they're still trying to find their rhythm offensively.
Yep, you were talking about how UST is the #1 team in the league when it comes to scoring. This team averages 80 points per game. That's tops in the UAAP.
Yeah, so two things. One, they don't have their rhythm right now on their open shots. Second thing is they haven't had as many open looks as normal, just because this man-to-man defense that the Tamaraos are playing is one of a kind. They have the quickness, and they've been mentally tough, not taking any possessions off, not allowing the Growling Tigers to get out in their transition game and get fast break points. Both teams doing a good job being disciplined, getting back on defense, and just lots of good basketball, especially on the defensive side of the court today. And the basket is no good. The foul happened before the Chabio's putback was put in, so it will be
No
FEU.
basket, foul on number 20, Ken Tuffin.
So
That's his
ball will be on
personal
the
foul,
sideline.
number 4. Zach Wang. Orange
And some
Sabando.
substitutions will take place here as Wang will come in for Abando. UST fans and FEU fans can't wait to get this game to resume here as our officials continue to review that last play.
Yeah, it's hard to tell the audience exactly what's happening when they're still figuring it out themselves. But at the end of the day, you want them to get it right. We want the calls to be correct. And just taking a little longer than normal here to figure it out. So we see Abando push off there, so and the ref called that one. So you would think that it's, yeah, finally, that's what I thought would be happening. It's FEU basketball, not UST basketball. I hope that's not what the confusion was of whose ball it was as Abando commits that foul.
Abando, first team foul for the UST Growling Tigers.
Gonzalez receives that inbound pass as we have crossed another Gatorade hydration checkpoint. Comboy off of the screen. Chuente able to draw foul bodies on the floor.
Yeah, Chuente hasn't been big offensively, but his effort to try to block shots or change the look on shots of the UST players, and just like this play, it's great effort from him, matching the intensity of the guard players. He's done a good job as well to control the paint for this defense.
And when we come back, Chuente will have an opportunity to get his first points via the free throw line. (35-27), FEU Tamaraw still in front. And we were just talking about the performance
Team
of Pat Chuente for FEU in this particular game. He has not scored, but he has grabbed 9 rebounds. As we take a look at Coach Aldin Ayo, BDO coach's winning ways. Chuente still without a point as he is short on that first free throw.
Yeah, he puts himself in the right spot a lot of times, but just unable to capitalize on some of those opportunities of, you know, being blocked twice trying to dunk the basketball. So finally gets a free throw to fall, and we'll see if that sparks some confidence for him to get some baskets in the future.
The lead is back up to 9. This is the biggest of FEU in the game. Oh, Nonoy falls down. Wang. Chuente in front of him, and Zach Wang with the confidence to shoot it over the 6'11" Pat Chuente. A Domino's Pizza, what a delivery play.
Yeah, Wang now with 7 points today, coming off a career high of 22. And he's doing it on the defensive side too, as he fights over that screen by Chuente and draws the offensive foul. So Wang really has a mental toughness, comes off the bench, and willing to do those little things. And today he's doing big things too by scoring baskets.
And you see it clearly there, Chuente leaning in as Wang was chasing down his defensive assignment. Paraiso. Batalier. Paraiso gets it back. Cancino is back in the game. Cancino gets it to Wang. Wang. 4 on the shot clock. Ando would let it go. Shot is short. And it's a scramble for the loose ball. It will be FEU basketball, and the USD coaching staff disagree with that, and they believe they were right, and yes, the referees get the right play.
Yeah, you gotta be patient. Lots of things they have to focus on at one time. 10 players out there. Fingers, you know, that's, you know, almost a tough call. Maybe his angle, but his partner's out there helping him correct it, and stays UST ball.
Batalier. Cancino. Wang. Paraiso. Drives. Wang gets it back. In and out. Chuente comes up with a board.
Yeah, his 10th rebound, so good job, surrounded by white shirts, pulling it down.
Chuente handing it back to Wendell Comboy. Alforque. Alforque runs into a wall. Chuente still cannot get his first field goal. Cancino is running. Cancino breaking free. CJ Cancino gets on the board.
Yeah, great job. No one picked up in transition. A rare time that the Tamaraws have given the UST team an easy basket in transition.
That was the first field goal in this game by CJ Cancino.
Probably going to be the easiest one too, as he went 93 feet up the court without being guarded before slightly being challenged at the rim.
And you have to credit Ando for clearing the path for CJ. And it's not easy trying to stand in between a 6'11" guy. Meanwhile, Hubert Canny attacking Cancino's defense, floating it up and then off the glass. Canny's got 4 points. Batalier. Cancino. Ooh. Wang hits the deck, and that's going to be a foul on Ebonia.
Yeah, and Abona needs to be careful here. He didn't like the call, and officials are going to tech him up here, so it'll be an extra free throw for the Growling Tigers as they're trying to claw back into this game.
Technical foul on number 8, Marco Ebonia.
And earlier you were talking about how Coach Olsen Rosella was pointing to his head,
That's his 4th.
telling his players that they've got to be smart in this game, because UST is a team that will pounce on any mistake that you commit.
Yeah, when you're up by 7, 13 minutes left in the game, you don't want to make these, mental errors. Whether you agree with the call or not, you can't cost your team more points by letting Cancino go to the line and get a free look at the rim. And he'll have some time, speaking of Abonia, to think about it, sitting on the bench.
This season, Cancino hasn't gone to the line a lot. In fact, that was only the 13th attempt from the free throw line by CJ.
Yeah, much different than last year when he played with a faster pace previous to his injury. But he still is capable of finishing at the rim and slashing to the basket.
Yep, last season in 13 games, CJ Cancino shot 50 for 63 from the free throw line.
That's a great percentage, and that's a good amount of attempts, free throw attempts. He really played well driving to the basket and grab those rebounds against the post and bring it up the full court a lot last year, like we saw just a couple minutes ago.
Chabio is back in the game. Wang will shoot these free throws short on the first. 3 graduating players on this UST squad: Zach Wang, Renzo Subido, and Rick Kaunan. Wang sinks the second free throw. Alforque earning his playing time here in this game, Kirk.
Yeah, most definitely came off a good game last time, but he's had some great shots and he's matched the intensity, physicality every step of the way.
Kani short on his triple try. It is UST basketball. Paraiso. Matalier. Cancino to Wang. 10 on the shot clock. Wang against Bienes. Wang throws it out to Paraiso. Paraiso makes his move. Brent Paraiso, where was the defense?
Yeah, the defense was there for 21 seconds and then it disappeared as Paraiso was able to slash and dice and get a wide open layup to make this a 3-point game again.
And the UST crowd has come alive as the Growling Tigers have come to within 3. Alforque. Wow! It's not easy to blow past by Chabio, but Alforque did just that.
Yeah, just a great finish to extend his arm out completely in order to get that one by him.
Cancino, they go to the other side now. Wang on the post. Wang gets Comboy to leave the ground. We go back to this move, Kirk, by Royce Alforque.
Yeah, just great extension right there. The quickness in order to get that one off just caught Chabio off guard.
Paraiso, wow! And that time it was Alforque getting a dose of his own medicine.
Yeah, Paraiso sort of has that old school mentality. Nothing super flashy, but has a unique quickness and strength, and he's able to get the job done.
It's a 10-4 run for the Growling Tigers. Canny. Alforque with 4 on the shot clock. Royce will shoot. Alforque with a big-time basket.
And the basket will count, but we'll have a double foul underneath as they're fighting for the rebound.
Royce Alforque has 10 points in this game. Back-to-back games where Alforque has scored in double digits. But we have to take a look at what happened away from the basketball, Kirk.
Yeah, just Cancino getting wrapped up with, is that Tuffin?
Bienes
down there out in the paint. So both of them maybe grabbing the jersey a little bit. And once one started going down, he brought the other one down with them. So basketball play there. And we'll be in penalty though as FEU is over the limit.
But here's that play by Brent Paraiso.
Shooting 2 free throws, CJ Cancino.
UST, the fans are trying to inspire these players to go all out for their 6th win here in season 82. Cancino, though, missing the first free throw. Second free throw is good for CJ. And now we see Wang defending Alforque. The switch comes. Cani. Chabio is on him now. Cani. Comboy. And that's traveling on Wendell.
Yeah, just tried to do too much too fast, and UST sort of flipping the switch now, and they're getting some good stops, although the Tamaraws still have that 5-point lead.
Paraiso. Chabio wanting that basketball. Cancino. Chabio. And Chabio is able to draw a foul.
And although that's not what you want, giving up offensive rebounds to this UST team, you know, not letting Chabio get an easy bucket right here is important, as he was swarmed by the Tamaraws defense after grabbing that rebound. Always better to try to make a player earn it from this line instead of getting a free layup.
Chabio missing on his first free throw attempt. Just 6 points today for Solomon Chabio. Cancino will take a seat. Nonoy is back on the floor.
Alforque has had a hot hand, holding out for the last shot, trying to extend this 4-point lead. We'll see if he asks for a screen or just go in isolation here.
He is confident enough to drive past Paraiso and establish a new career high. Royce Alforque with 12 points. He has only missed once in this game. And FEU leads UST 45-39 at the end of 3. Fourth quarter coming up here in season 82 of the UAAP. We have arrived at the final quarter of what has been another classic matchup between UST and FEU. Royce Alforque earning his minutes, coming up big for Coach Olsen Racela, establishing another career high with 12 points.
Just to have the confidence in his young player, and even that last 10 seconds, he knew he was going to have the ball in his hands, and he delivered. And as we see the quarter scoring here, UST slowly gaining some confidence with 16 points in that last quarter. So they're improving, but FEU with a big quarter also with 19 in the third. So we'll see what can continue here in the fourth as things continue to stay tight.
Shot clock at 14 seconds.
I mean, it's one thing to score 12 points, that's great, but to do it on 5 of 6 shooting, that's very efficient for Alforque.
Gonzalez. Bienes. Tuffin has the basketball.
And you see how far out the Growling Tigers are pushing the Tamaraos and their offense to start from well beyond the three-point arc and giving the Tamaraos a bit of their own medicine.
Wow, Zach Wang just knocked down the 100th triple of UST for season 82, a PS bankable assist of the game. Parang PS Bank, personal loan na maasahan, apply online, no collateral. Gonzalez on the inside.
Gonzalez.
A Jollibee 100%, the amazing move of the quarter.
Yeah, props to Gonzalez. He has not let his attacking switch off the whole game as he continues to get into the heart of that defense.
Wow. Mark Nonoy connecting from beyond the arc. And UST with a good start playing Growling Tigers basketball here in the fourth.
Yeah, definitely. Just, you know, they haven't stopped shooting that long ball and it's paying off.
And Alforque turning the Mall of Asia Arena into his personal playground.
Yeah, wow.
Boys and points in the paint by Royce Alforque.
The crossover to the spin and the bucket.
Nonoy, too strong on that shot. Alforque, confidence is sky high. Gives the ball to Comboy. FEU on top by 4. LJ Gonzalez makes his move. Gonzalez completes the play. LJ Gonzalez.
UST looking for answers. They're trying to stay in front of their men, but so far the Growling Tigers have just been able to will themselves to the basket.
Timeout UST. UST coming off a timeout. Growling Tigers doing damage from the outside, but the Tamaraos doing damage from the inside.
Yeah, definitely, and that's what a trend that we've seen. So we'll see what will win today.
Paraiso. They go inside now to Wang. Batalier fakes, throws it out. Nonoy. Wang with the offensive rebound, could not complete the play. Batalier, crossover, half spin, looking for daylight. Wang has it. Baseline jumper does not fall. Cyrus Torres tracks down the rebound. And we have a foul away from the ball.
Pushing foul,
Let's take a look at this last sequence right here. Zach Wang. That right there was the 100 triple. This was the 101st triple made by UST this season. And Alforque fearlessly responding to that, as did LJ Gonzalez. The contrast of styles.
Yeah, one side just continuing to be hot from outside, but the Tamaraos on the other end just shooting an amazing percentage as they get to the rim for layups. Not easy layups. They're working hard for them.
Meanwhile, Gonzalez with another basket in the paint. And Kurt Long, FEU's got 30 points in the paint today.
Yeah, a lot of them coming on drives, but that one a great dish and nice assist coming from the outside.
And this is what they need. Renz Abando to come alive for the Growling Tigers, as he has many times here in UAAP Season 82. Stockton, blocked by Chabio! Nonoy fires from the outside. Mark Nonoy! UST basketball. Defense to offense.
How quickly can you turn it around and transition? Nonoy fearless after the Chabio block. Awesome basketball.
We have a timeout. Let's take a look at this last sequence right here. LJ Gonzalez getting another point. Basket in the paint. Abando knocking down a triple, a badly needed one. And then on this McDonald's instant replay after that block by Chabio, Mark Nonoy gets UST's 103rd triple to fall.
Yeah, Mark Nonoy today, 6 points, just 2 out of 8 from three-point field goals, but that last one, just a huge potential momentum swinger as they're only down 2 points now and they continue to make these mini runs. We'll see if this one can last long enough to give the Growling Tigers their first lead.
Tomboy for three, no! Whistle was blown.
Holding foul, number 20.
UST's biggest lead, Kirk, was 9-4 in the first quarter.
That's right. And then FEU went on that 10-1 run and hasn't looked back since, but UST knocking on the door now. Their first time in a while to be able to tie or take the lead. Most likely the way they play basketball, they'll try to go for the lead with a three-point shot. We'll see.
And Kirk, they've already made 4 triples here in the fourth quarter. So we are seeing the power of the three on full display here in this game.
When it rains, it pours for Growling Tigers beyond their three-point line.
Abando could not back that one home from the corner.
UST fans wanting a foul on Torres, who is boxing out and battling for the rebound with Pareso.
Alforque. Torres, he's a shooter. Cyrus Torres left alone.
That was big, folks. The Tamaraws needed that one badly. They were in a mini drought and trying to counteract with a three-point shot of their own.
Cyrus Torres, pure guts on that shot. Abando, top of the key three. Shot was to the left. Alforque has it now. Alforque playing with a ton of confidence. Chuente could not finish.
Yeah, he's had a lot of those opportunities. It's tough for the Tamaraws to get those looks and not get any points from them.
We have passed the Gatorade hydration checkpoint here in the fourth. Hang on to your seatbelts, folks. Paraiso throws it out. Concepcion for three. No. Comboy with Nonoy in his rear view mirror.
Definitely, he knew once he started putting that ball down, Norno would be behind him soon enough.
Comboy for three. Wendell Comboy! His first triple of the game.
And the Tamaraws saying, it's okay, you got the three ball, but we can shoot the ball from deep too. And answering with a couple big trays of themselves and now finding themselves back by 8 points.
Nonoy on the inside, nowhere to go. And Kirk, before that basket by Wendell Comboy, as we see this shot by Cyrus Torres, Comboy was 0 for 4 from beyond the arc, and Torres prior to that shot earlier was 0 for 3 from beyond the arc.
Yeah, so these guys coming alive at the right time when their team needed offense the most. And, you know, just when you thought some momentum was switching, UST only down by 2 points, 51-53. Two huge, crucial stops on the defensive end, leading to those three-point baskets.
Abando with a fake, Abando with a shot. It was short, Abando grabs his own miss. Subido for three, short. And Comboy comes up with the board. UST has officially taken 353s throughout UAAP season 82, and nobody has hit the 300 mark yet, just UST. That's how much they rely on that shot, Kirk.
Yeah, they rely on it, and you can win or die by the three-point shot. We'll see what it is today. They're going to have to pull some more of those three-point shots out of their magic hat if they want to overcome this 8-point lead with 3:45.
So you have a lineup of trusted players by Coach Alden Ayo, Cancino, Subido, Wang, Abando, and Chabio on the floor now for UST. But Alforque has been a star in this game for the Tamaraws. Alforque to Comboy from way out. Comboy misfiring, and Wang secures the rebound.
Yeah, I'd expect Coach Alden wants to get a good look here. He's going to call his play he wants. Pick and roll with Chabio, Subido. Not much there.
Subido creates space. Subido off the glass is good for Renzo.
Yeah, great composure for the veteran guard. They were in desperate need of a basket there to stop the momentum and take the FEU fans down a notch.
And look at Alforque controlling this game on numerous occasions, creating and finding guys like Bienes.
Yeah, Bienes, huge shot, and a lot of that is because so much attention has been on Alforque and his driving ability. It's been able to free up other Tamaraws for the long-range triple.
Alforque has played 17 minutes in this game. He has the basketball right here. Alforque finishing on the break. Not even Chabio could chase down this rampaging Tamarao. Alforque with a career performance, 16 points for him. Timeout UST. We were talking about how Comboy and Torres could not hit from beyond the three-point arc. Bienes was 0 for 2 before that big shot.
Yeah, you got to stay positive. These guys have done a lot of little things to help their team today, but hitting some very timely, clutch three-point shots to extend this lead in the fourth quarter. And when you look at the standings, things will be even tighter in that race for those last couple of Final Four spots with these two teams just a game apart.
And this is the biggest lead of the game for the Tamaraos. Subido to Wang, shoots a three. Zach Wang's shot was to the left, and Gonzalez comes up with a rebound.
Yeah, good execution. They got the shot there that they wanted, just unable to find and connect on the shot for Huang.
Gonzalez shoots and scores as we have reached the PS Bank last 2 minutes. PS Bank pa-send via mobile. Ang padala mo cash agad in minutes. FEU with a 13-point lead.
Just unable to find answers are the Growling Tigers and trying to slow down the Tamaraos, who have been relentless attacking the basket. Gonzalez that time showing nice composure. He saw that Abando was scooting back off of him and knocked down the jump shot.
You saw Coach Alden Ayo on your screens as Abando shoots this three. Fifth triple by UST here in the fourth.
Got a trap here. FEU making good passes to execute and break it.
Alforque, Bienes from the corner. Bradley Bienes!
And the Tamaraos are just showing us a demolition, just an offense that has not ceased in the last 4 minutes, knocking down big shot after big shot.
Wang. Abando could not hold on to the basketball. It is loose. Gonzalez picks it up. Subido sneaking up from behind. Comboy gets the ball to safety.
And they wisely pull it out. Time is on their side. UST needs to come up with some big steals.
Gonzalez catches it, shoots it, and Nonoy throws it. It is loose. Alforque picks it up. A wild sequence as we have entered the last minute of this game. Bienes!
He's come alive, folks. A 16-point lead for the Tamaraos, and just leaving this UST crowd shocked as just with 6 minutes left to go in the game, it was a 2-point game.
Wow, the Tamaraos just charging like never before here in season 82 of the UAAP.
Yeah, I don't think UST really had time to wake up. They thought they were in it with a couple minutes left, but since then, it has just gone all Tamaraos' way.
Prior to this game, Kirk, Bradley Bienes was 5 out of 26 from beyond the three-point line. Bienes today, 3 out of 4. Coach Olsen Racela loving the moment. It's a Tamaraos stampede.
Yeah, Gonzalez has been great today. Alforque has been great today, and just everyone else stepping up, knocking down these crucial baskets. And UST, who has had so many great wins this year, is finding themselves only 1 win in the last 4 games.
What a win by FEU as Nonoy takes this last shot. Coach Olsen Racela and the FEU Tamaraos for the first time win against a Coach Alden Ayo mentored squad. And that was from the time that he came in as the coach of LaSalle. Finally, FEU solving the Alden Ayo puzzle.
Yeah, definitely great job by Coach Racela's team defensively today, holding the Growling Tigers team to under 60 points. That's always going to be a good chance for a win, but they executed great offensively too. and great 40 minutes of basketball. You know, the Tamaraws never really backed down.
And when we come back, we will put the finishing touches on this huge win by FEU.